Ever since I watched Kamal Hassan starring Paapanasam, the Tamil remake of Malayalam Drishyam, I was wondering how Mohanlal has done this in Malayalam. In particular, the climax of the Malayalam version. I was so moved by the Kamal's performance in Tamil, so I was curious to see what's the Mohanlal's version of the character is. Most of you know this movie is a story about a man who protects his family and tries to get away with the murder they accidentally commit. I have seen reviews and videos comparing both the versions of the movie, that is the Tamil and Malayalam, and especially the climax. The comments are always mixed, few mentioning Mohanlal's acting is natural, whatever that means, and Mohanlal's version is better than Kamal's, and few others they felt the Kamal's version is better than Lalitam's. While I hate to compare who is better, that is Kamal or Mohanlal, I was thinking which version is dramatic because that's one of the primary purpose of any work of art, if not the only purpose. To me, the Tamil version was more dramatic because of the Kamal's take on the character, and this was different to Mohanlal's. While Kamal's version is guilt ridden, Mohanlal's version is exactly the opposite. It's like action versus inaction. Mohanlal believes he is right in what he did to save his family. I don't know what the writer director of this movie, Jitu, had in his mind when he wrote about the protagonist. But what happens on screen till the climax is more of a plot and doesn't explore much of the protagonist's character. What happens to a man when he tries to get away with the murder his family has committed is not answered until the climax. We look at Mohanlal on screen and wonder if we must equate his emotional restraints to that of he not being guilty. I believe Mohanlal has exactly fleshed out a version of a character which the director intended, but I had a trouble in understanding why this is not working for me, especially when I compare this with Kamal's version. It then suddenly occurred to me what Stanley Kubrick said. He said, in a film, you have objective reality in front of you all the time. So, we can't afford to have any ambiguities on screen, which leaves room for audience to think and understand what an actor is trying to convey. The character that Mohanlal portrayed would have worked better as a novel, allowing the reader to judge for themselves what the character is going through. But this did not very well work on screen. The Kamal's take on the character was exactly the opposite. In an interview, Kamal said he proposed changes to the climax for Tamil version as Kamal wanted to portray a character who is filled with guilt. This is where it gets interesting, and it also shows how an actor's understanding of a character can influence the shots for the scene, that is, whether it should have a close up or long shot, etc., etc., and how this heightens the drama. To understand this, let's compare the climax of two scenes visually. I have just taken a snippet of few shots from two films for our study. A close up of George, an interesting shot where he is expressing a sense of no guilt. An aerial shot of parents and a medium shot of the parents. Pretty decent choice. Now, this is close up of Suyambu, a very interesting shot. He has some sense of guilt. Medium shot of parents. One of the wasted performance from this guy, this dad. A stepfather would have had a better emotion. A close up shot of George. Again, a rigid emotion. Not much in comparison to the previous shot where he appeared. A tight shot again. Not sure what the director or the editor intended here. It doesn't add any value. A medium shot. Helpless parents desiring to leave as George hasn't revealed what happened to their son. Medium shot of parents. Now look at both of them. The dad has a brilliant performance in this. You must watch the video. Again, medium shot of parents. Now look at the expression of the mother here. Every shot adds some drama. And this is a cinematically better shot. And point to note, this is the same actor in the Malayalam version. You can't help seeing the mother. You can see her hands clasping of helplessness. Medium shot, you can see a slight ray of hope on the mother's face that she might know the truth from Suyambu. Now, this is the close up, and heightened sense of guilt than the previous close up, so the heightened drama. A medium shot, a slight ray of hope again on her. In this shot, the parents decide to leave as Swayambhu holds up. Medium full shot, parents leaving. Medium close up, George confesses. This is a weird angle though. Camera can't hold on to no emotion for long, and hence this angle. Medium close up, continuation of the previous shot. Again, weird angle with an awkward inclusion of the dad's chest. Come on. Medium shot, parents in frame, pretty much emotionless, a wasted shot. Medium shot of George. Again, this is a continuation of the confession. This just works purely because of Mohanlal. Medium long shot, parents leaving and George in the background. And this is followed by a close up where George is staring at us. In this Tamil version, there are at least 5 different medium shots of Swayambhu with various expressions. The point is not to state that Kamal is more expressive than Mohanlal. Kamal's version works better on screen as it adds more drama. His guilt-ridden character is able to hold more close-ups, which heightens the drama. On the other hand, George's take on the character, which is not guilt-ridden, becomes ambiguous in expressing what the character feels, hence less drama. Not only less drama, but poor choices of camera angles. In a sense, the climax of Tamil is directed by Kamal and not the director. Watch this video to understand what I'm saying.